How's it going, everyone? I'm David and welcome to another episode of the English channel. Today we're going to take a look at a little thing that native speakers find obvious but English learners don't find obvious at all. You may even be able to use it to get cheap wins in arguments against co-workers and loved ones. This video begins a short series on the topic of inversion. So first of all, let me give a little introduction to what inversion is. If you saw my last video on word order, you will know that in a normal active sentence, the structure of English goes subject, verb, object. So, something like, Karen ate another biscuit. Inversion is when this order of words gets moved around. Everyone who knows even just a little bit of English uses inversion in yes-no questions. This won't be covered in this video because for yes-no questions, this is the normal word order. And besides, on YouTube you can find loads of videos on how to form questions, and if you're watching this video and understanding me, then you are already far beyond this kind of thing. So with that out of the way, the first case of inversion is, apart from question forms, probably the most regularly used by natives when speaking, and routinely said when agreeing with someone, and is a type of subject-auxiliary inversion. So if someone states something that is the same as another person or thing, we can use this structure to reply in agreement. If the statement is a positive one, start with so, but if it's negative, use neither or nor. They mean the same, but nor is considered more literary. Then it's the do verb, an auxiliary verb, or be verb, then followed by a subject. For example, if a statement uses a verb with no auxiliary verbs, use do. Like, I love biscuits, so do I. I watched Lord of the Rings The Return of the King Extended Edition again last night, so did I. If the statement uses an auxiliary verb, use the same auxiliary verb. Like, I don't think I'll go out tonight. Okay, neither will I. Remember, if the statement is a negative statement, then the auxiliary verb is still positive, okay? If the statement uses a be verb, use a be verb in the reply to. It's like this that it's also employed by children and adults as a cheap but effective counter-argument during quarrels. As I mentioned earlier, using this kind of inversion can help you be a more effective and efficient user of English. You know, us English speakers are an impatient bunch, and we do like simple and effective communication. Using this kind of inversion does speed things up. For example, if somebody says, I like the Beatles, and the other person likes the Beatles too, they could say, yes, I like the Beatles too. Or, using a pronoun, yes, I like them too. It's not wrong, but really the fastest way to show concurrence with the other person is just to say, so do I. As an aside, I was debating with myself whether to include this kind of inversion, but as a teacher, I don't hear this structure nearly often enough, even though it is said by natives all the time. So while this structure might seem obvious to native speakers, it might not actually be that obvious to English students. So that's all for today. To recap, we've looked at what I call the so do I structures of inversion. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.